Sarai calls Kelly from her bedroom. Kelly comes into the living room. Sarai and Kelly make eye contact, and Kelly just breaks down. She runs into Sarai's arms, collapses into her lap, and just has this huge kind of guttural, crying, heaving moment where she's just letting it all out. And then, of course, Sarai has, she's holding her, she's comforting her, she's telling her it's okay. She's, getting teary herself, and they just have this big moment because they didn't have that. They had just came from the visit, and they were just waiting, and it didn't happen, and they didn't have this, and there was just this big moment of release. And I thought, oh, thank goodness that she wasn't in a hurry, and she just let it happen. And Sarai was able to just be there. And I was able to, help Sarai tell her the same message about the fact that her birth mom had really big, sad feelings. And it makes it really hard for her to be able to see her on a regular basis because it's hard. She wants to be with Kelly and she can't. And so sometimes that means that she can't keep her promises. She's sure that she probably really wanted to be there, but her big feelings just couldn't allow her to do it. And Kelly was just crying and listening and saying, I don't know what's going on and why wasn't she there? And she would just try to console her again and tell her again. And it took a while. She was able to calm down. She was able to breathe a little easier, have a little bit more of a steady calm. And then eventually she settled. And the three of them were just there, breathing together, settling. And I said, wow, as sad as this moment was, I'm really glad it happened and I was able to be there for them. Because it was necessary. Moments like that are necessary. They are painful, but it doesn't mean that they're bad. They are a part of the journey that every child has to go on. And if they don't do it in the moment, if they don't do it shortly after the moment, it just gets put down inside and on pause. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't need to happen. And the fact that Kelly was able to get both sides of the story, to know that she was seen in that moment of feeling those humongous emotions and feelings, and also to be able to have her new parents tell her that, you know what, we are here for you in that moment, to feel that. And that the other side about what her birth mom was feeling was just as important too. To be able to be there for them in that moment was one of the hardest moments for me and the most satisfying. And I'm really glad that I was there.